And I've said this many times on the show, but I did find it very strange, when Meghan Markle made that ridiculous statement during that now infamous Oprah Winfrey chat, all about how, titles didn't mean anything. She was used to seeing celebrities. I mean, this is a two-bit actress who'd had a minor role in a cable TV series, and suddenly, she was being treated as this vested knowledge of all things Hollywood and how she'd moved and mixed with the movers and shakers. Seemingly, though, Prince Harry actually bought it up. If you recall, when he first apparently met Meghan, said, "Look what I've got," as if it's some kind of cherished prize or something, And I know I've told you this also before, that, this story that he put in the book about how William and Catherine were huge Suits fans, absolute carbuncle. Nobody knew what that show was over here, but of course, playing to her ego. This is part of the problem. Now, as one can imagine, that recent interview with Jane Pauley was one of those things where you can understand she's been around a bit, one of those respected journalists that doesn't necessarily play the game, but gets around it with this very effusive charm that she has. Very well groomed, put together, all of that sort of stuff. But behind the scenes, things just keep leaking out. And this one, to me, is particularly delicious. As ever, let me explain. Morning, nice to see you. Thank you so much as ever for your time. Sorry, I'm not waving like a lunatic, I'm waving to you. Well, people are driving past it. Look, who's this nutter? Yeah, you can just see. Well, there's no need to agree at that point. No, but you do. When you're talking to friends, literally, as I am with you now, and you're looking down there, you can see people, who's he talking to? Because people do it so seriously, don't they? The beauty of us is that we can have a conversation, share bits and pieces. So a lovely recipe, by the way. I might tell you about that. Nigella. Yes, Nigella Lawson. Oh, toast with crushed tomatoes, garlic. Oh, that sounded delicious. I know, it's just the picture, isn't it? You see that and you think, I want some of that. You're not even hungry, are you? Back to the 70 roll story of the day. As I say, the CBS thing, right, not really did well at all. Even for ratings was a bit of a disaster. But behind the scenes, I found this quite funny, you see, because the team, the new team that are launching these two back into the public domain must have a tough time, because if you remember, they didn't necessarily want to use their titles or indeed be known by them. Just call me Harry. Ooh, that soon changed, didn't it? You noticed that in the court last year when they mistakenly announced him as His Royal Highness, the Duke of Sussex. He didn't condemn that, did he? He didn't say, oh no, you don't need to say that. This is the problem they've got. Now, what happened during the main interview, which was filmed independently to what they call the B-roll, the footage where they met people and stuff like that. Well, Jane naturally just referred to them as Harry and Meghan. And apparently that didn't go down too well either, because apparently Meghan felt that she should be first, as ever, allegedly. Just good fun though, isn't it? You think, wow. But what happened was they felt that their titles should be displayed and used. So what you saw in the voiceover was added on later. The original voiceover apparently just had Harry and Meghan. Now the reason behind this is, in America, and you can vouch for me for this, people know them as that. They don't use the moniker of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. But then Meghan and Harry almost blew a gasket and said, no, our titles must be used. So you see on the strapline how that comes along, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and it's voiced over. But never during the interview did Miss Pauley basically refer to them as that, because she'd been told it's all very informal. You can just call them by their names, by allegedly their own office. So as ever, complete miscommunication. But what does come out is that they are clinging to the last remnants of royalty by clinging onto those titles no matter what. As ever, it's always good to share. And please comment, like and share, and be respectful. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.